Another great option win with Costco coming right up.
Power target trades, power trigger trade.
All right, so on October the 20th, before the market opened, I posted a plan for Costco. I said Costco is a great setup for higher. The November 19 475 calls is what we will use. I will post the buy stops for this, but this is a stock that can make a good directional move that we can hold. Identification, target. It's all planning, right? We're not the big picture winner leader for year after year after year in Tesla and the SPY for no reason. It's in mechanics of understanding of what can happen and identification of high odds. Ideas, taking action, making plans. If you're not able to do these things, if you've been wrong about the market, been wrong about massive winner stock like Tesla, and caught nothing in it, or baby little moves here or there, just watching it, you got no skill. Pow, period. Anyways, but the skill is here. You're going to see lots of stars coming out of my, in 2022 and so on and so forth. We had massive wins in 20. It's the same thing every year. We kill it as we grind with skill, and even better than ever before with new technologies I developed in the past 3 months. Anyways, so in here you can see that those calls were about, on the close on the 19th, those calls were $435 per option. Now, the gains we made in here are insane gains in regular, in the regular world. You don't go to the bank and say, can you give me 100% gains in 3 days, or 65% gains in 1 day, 56, whatever. They'll look at you like, what? But we are producing massive wins. I mean, we had amazing gains in Tesla, but you have to study my channel. Let's talk about this from start to end. I'm going to show you some of the things I had to say, because we had to hold this plan, right? Ruko never confirmed. Never confirmed. So, here it is. Costco. Buy stops can be set for the November 19 475 calls at $560. So, I already set them. Actually, we ended up paying more because there were spreads. So to confirm that, we ended up paying $590. But if we were to go on by the price, which is fine, this is how I do things, right? We would have paid maybe $550. Okay, but we paid more per option. Didn't make a difference though. Costco confirming with the November 19 475 calls at $590. We use buy stops. And believe me, over years of experience in my techniques require buy stops to increase your odds dramatically and avoid false movements. Costco, and this is what I explained. Costco, I think as long as this stays above 468, this could be a good hold. That's all it was. It was we're talking about less than about a few dollars. Because based on the rules of what I classified this as a win, and that's all we had to do. And if you held by that rule, you got paid in dollar bills with skills. So here, Costco. What we want to see is this stay above 468 to 466. It never went below 466, but this is what I saw we had to do if we wanted to make dollar bills with the skills. UNH happened to work, but I said to avoid it. Anyways, Costco stops can now be 480. So again, we are trading with skill. We understand nothing's 100%, but identification, we are going to go for 485 to 490 for the share price, but the options, not the case. Okay. And so, Costco, very good action. It did not even touch 468 as I explained. This stock, if we build above 468, high up. We weren't making money on October 21. But that's only 1 day holding. That's why I had us in November calls. I knew this could take extra time as well, but it was faster than anticipated. Some things can take longer or faster. The point is identification, holding properly is key. That's why we kill it year after year after year. It's a skill. It's not only you need to know how to hold positions. You got to grind with skill. We are going to be doing better than ever before with a new technology that I created. We missed so many great wins, but I know the future, we're going to kill it even more. Power to the trade. All right then. Tesla, listen, I have so many wins in Tesla options that I bought shares. I told my group this, right? I invested in shares. Not just options. Super bullish on Tesla. Tesla is going to go to monumental levels. But I had the skill, eyesight, and understanding of what listen, I haven't killed it in Apple back to back, smashing records. First it was Targets 200, then I said to you, listen to me, it takes skill, vision. This is not just technical analysis. This is another level of understanding that most people lack. Real direction, don't have no clue. I've been talking about Tesla being a monster winner for years. But doesn't matter. If you don't got the brains to understand and grind the skill, you ain't gonna catch massive wins. You're gonna be in the Clownsville. Trust me on that. I got the experience. You could tell a person the best information and they will fail because they don't want to listen. You get that? Get that through your thick skull. Stock clowns. All right then. Look at Costco. It's clear. It's on its own path, showing power as the SPY is weak. This is a simple hold to targets. As long as it follows the rules and, of course, sell. We decided, I'm going to show you what we did exactly with this, okay? I did something a little bit differently. Costco, we will be looking to sell 50% today in our November 19, 475 calls and then hold the runners to the targets via the stops. Here it is. I'm going to place stops at 920, 50% of this trade, and then look to sell 50% if we get to 10, 11, okay? And here it is, yep. Sold 50% of the November 19, 475 calls at 905. So basically, I decided to sell 50% at 56%. In this case, just because of the market situation. And to make the most on the runners, okay? That was what I was expecting to do in this case, okay? Costco, very good. Never went against us 1 point, gave us 3 points profit per option. Returned 56% selling at 905. That's $300 per option, right? So you do the math. If you have 10 options, 20 options, doesn't matter. You don't get that kind of money return on that. It was a 1 day hold, or a 2 day hold at 56%. Right? But because of the options cost 560, right? Selling at 9, that's 56, 905. That's 50. We were trying to get 10, 11 that day. It didn't give it. So I decided to do that and then hold the runners for the max gains. That way we win no matter what. All part of the strategy. Power to the trade. All right then. Costco sneaky that we have, but we have runners as explained. Big picture. This can go. We were looking to make 150. We got about 100 and I'd say about 120% on the runners. Got stopped out. So this is what I did October 22. Costco, I'm looking to sell about 25%. I did a little different story with the thing. Okay, so that means let's say you have 5 options. You sell 25%. And then the other, so for example, if you had 6 options, three would be sold here and the other 3 on the runners. So what I did was, Costco, I'm going to sell about 25% at 100% gains for our Costco calls at 1150 for the November 19, 475 calls and hold runners. Then I sold 25%, and again, I explained that, right? 1170. Okay, so let's go here. Costco. We can place stops at 9, sorry, 11. So then we started pushing the stops, then we put them to 12. Okay, so October 22, we had sold everything, right? And then I moved them to, because Costco was doing well. Costco, we're going to show you quickly. Costco is safe to say we can move stops to 12.50 for our runners now. Costco, it's safe to say we can move stops to 13 for our runners now, as Costco basically hit 485 and the options are now at 14. Basically, then Costco went down a little bit and stopped us out at $1,300 per option. Again, this is all step by step explaining the group where to put your stops. That's it. Buy stops, give the rules. We got direction, all taken care of. All right, so here's the Costco charts. The 475 calls closed at $12.69. That's $1,269 per option. Okay, it's like whatever you doubling. If you put $10,000, you make $20,000 if you held the whole thing. But if you do it in chunks, it's going to be different. But that's what doubling means. This is insane numbers, right? But this is nothing compared to some of our other wins and stuff like Tesla. I mean, you can't even compare. But the mindset, the operation to know what to do, to identify, to get us in the position requires the same skills. It always varies, and you need to know how to manage it. It's always changing. Okay, the market doesn't stay the same. It does change. You need to make adjustments according to the situation. But this is the day we got in. Explain we have to hold. This is the high. You can see it went to 485.02. They did pull it back, but we ended up closing. We got stopped out at $1,300 per option, but they ended up closing 1269. Can Costco go higher? Yes, but we're focusing on other plans. But this was a great win, and this could be still has more room to go, Costco. But that's another plan, and that's another story. All right, so this is an options chart for the November 21 475 calls. Okay, so on the plan day, which was Tuesday, they closed at 435. Here you can see they opened at 5. They hit a high of 680, and they closed at 573. So it was a little bit against us that day. The next day, it opened at 585. The low was 585, the high 960, and closed at 890. We had banked 50% on this day. On this day here, which was Friday, we opened, which is October the 21st, the 22nd, sorry. Open 1046. See, look at the arrow. Shows you everything, right? Open 1046, high 14. Low 1005, and the close 1269 per option, October the 22nd. Greater than 100% gains on the runners. A great win with skill in a very difficult market, we would say, but this plan is a demonstration of and why you want to study my YouTube channel. As you can show, I show you great details for a reason. I try to help those who are ready to understand that they're serious for success, understand that they don't have a clue to do this stuff. This stuff here, you can learn to a point, but you still have to make good decisions, right? I even tell people how to do things, and they still screw up. Can you imagine? Imagine you give a foolproof plan, and they still screw up. I have this complete, it's a true story here. True story I have. I'll talk about it another time. Actually, I'll tell about it now. You know? Well, 1 second. Anyways, I'll tell you a little later here. But the arrow shows you the information. You can look at that. That box is the breakdown of everything. Okay. Welcome to Power Trigger Trade. Confirmation is key. If you want to become a member inside my group, see this pin tweet video. It explains how to become a member. Listen to that video. I explain the mental problems people do have in here. I explain the facts. I explain for you to think about yourself, right? Do you have, if you've been able to create, like I have hundreds of, listen, I have hundreds of videos that show this process. Do you, ask yourself, could you have done those wins? Ask yourself these questions. Massive wins. Massive wins. And you're going to continue to see that, right? This is a skill, top of skill. You have to have a lot of experience doing this, right? Now, if you're flip-flopping with different ideas and you're not sticking to what really works, you'll never succeed long term. And this group is free. It's free. You see the value, you're making money, people send me gifts because this is the value. That's the choice they make to stay with me in the group. You can do your thing, you can do whatever you want, but I provide the tools for you to succeed long term. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. You're going to see a logo, you're going to click on it. It's an easy way to subscribe in this video. I look forward to helping those serious for success. Power to the trade.